Hello everyone and welcome to the next video on this channel. My name is Peps and I welcome you to day 18 of the G1 Climax review series. We have reached the semifinals in Ariake Arena. And I want to be really positive on this, and I was really hyped coming into this because there was like a very obvious final that everyone really wanted, which is Yota Tsuji versus Konosuke Takeshita. And we had two semifinal matches here on this card, with Konosuke Takeshita facing off against Zack Sabre Jr. and Evil facing off against Yota Tsuji. The question is whether Takeshita and Yota Tsuji actually made it to the final or not. Before that, I would say we jump straight into the attendance real quick because it was really bad. New Japan announced an attendance of 4,558 in Ariake Arena, which is down from 5,340 last year in Sumo Hall for the semifinals of G1 Climax. So they booked the bigger venue for this one and drew 800 less. That is a disaster of a number, a terrible number, and especially if you compare it to other numbers they drew, or like other companies drew in Ariake Arena, it's even worse. As an example, Noah drew 5,135 fans there for the New Year's show in 2024 with Kaito Kiyomiya against, I think it was Kanao. I'm actually not really sure about it, but it was some kind of match. Jesus. And of course, the historic X-Over event, in the same way that it did like over 7,000 fans. 7,000, and he drew like a bit over 55% of it. That is just straight up terrible. Straight up. Oh, I'm sorry. It was Kode Bushi versus Naomichi Marufuji in the main event. Even worse. Jesus Christ. This number is just terrible, and it shows you everything they've done wrong with this G1 Climax, with everything. And you know, whatever, right? I'm not even trying to justify this number. I think everyone knows it's bad. I would just say we jump straight into, or like the semifinal, the first semifinal match. And I'm sorry, I'm going to be really negative on this. And I can't honor. We have Evil facing off against Yota Tsuji. It was a rematch from Block Stage that Evil won. The record coming into this match is 2-1 for Evil. Evil won the New Japan Cup first round match, or was it second round, I believe, as well as the G1 Climax match at the Block Stage. Meanwhile, of course, Yota Tsuji won the match for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship at Sakura Genesis in April. Tsuji came out with Daiki Nagai and Shiga Takagi. Meanwhile, Evil brings out Don Fale and Dick Togo. All of them will be relevant in this match. The match started off right as you would expect. Evil dominates, going for the leg of Yota Tsuji, including going for a Nakata leg lock, which was kind of cool, to be fair. And the crowd was actually into this. They cheered for Yota, booed Evil, and everything. You had a great semi-final atmosphere. It felt like, okay, Yota Tsuji is the guy. You just need to go all in with him. They have everything on the table, and now they need to do it. What they did instead was typical heel heat. We had a brawl to the outside with Evil throwing Yota Tsuji into the barricades. Yota tries to come back into the ring, but Dick Togo hits him, so he barely makes it at the 19.5 count at the end. Yay. But from then on, I was like, okay, that is not that bad so far. Then we had typical more leg work and everything. Tsuji sold it well enough, and then we had the first interference spot inside the ring with everyone hitting low blows on each other, which was kind of funny. And then we slowly went on to the final 5 minutes. We had a Gene Plus attempt, countered into the reverse, everything is Evil. But Tsuji counters it with the handstand. Evil goes for the everything is Evil in normal variation, but Tsuji flips out of it, hit the jumbo suplex, and it was like a fantastic sequence. It was by far the best wrestling moment in this match. And it felt like the peak of more to come, but instead it was just a peak, and from then on it went downhill. Because Tsuji went for the Guerrero special on the top rope. Dick Togo helps the referee. The referee tries to fight back, but can't escape, Fale then gets to the top rope, grabs Tsuji, hits the hits a crucifix bomb. Then we have Evil locking in the Scorpion Deathlock. Tsuji is passed out. The ref looks at him, and the bell rings. I was like shocked for a second. I thought, okay, this was Kanemaru, right? Like Kanemaru or like Daiki Nagai or someone was like, they were like, clearly this match is not over. And then the music played. Evil wins the semifinal match in 18 minutes and is the first finalist of the G1 Climax 2025. Yes, the House of Torture member. The member that has been very underwhelming in this G1 so far. A member of the House of Torture that, in my opinion, has been the worst out of the three in the G1 so far. And he makes it to the finals. Meanwhile, Yota Tsuji gets rolled out of the ring, gets helped backstage. People speculate if it's an injury or not. I can tell you it's not an injury. They would just not do anything. Like they would do not anything like that in a semifinal where they need to pivot. Like if there was an injury, they still would have done normal finish and hoped Tsuji would have made it into the next day. Like not like that, not like in a 10-second something decision. They would have not done that. I would have talked to Kikuchi on the outside before that and everything, but not like that. That was a clear finish. That was a clear idea. That was everything they exactly wanted. And it's dreadful. It's terrible. And I don't fucking get what their plan is with that. I'm so mad. And I will come to the finals and the booking of all of that later because I'm just so mad. This match was not good. And it wasn't a good way. But then the finish happened and it killed the entire crowd. We will notice that later in the show as well. And it just is baffling. I'm sorry, it's baffling. Yota Tsuji was there. He should have won the G1 Climax. I don't care what anyone else says. I'm just mad at this. This promotion just doesn't deserve anything, any credit I'm giving them. I'm sorry. Okay. Then we go on to the second semifinal with Konosuke Takeshita with Zack Sabre Jr. And to be honest, I didn't really pay too much attention to it in detail like I do with other matches. I'm sorry, I just read a funny tweet on the time where it was like someone, the conspiracy theory that CG requested to lose the G1 final to an AEW wrestler, to not lose the G1 final to an AEW wrestler. And I just laughed at it. Dude, this promotion loves evil. Everyone that thinks otherwise is just stupid, in my opinion. But we'll come to Evil's decision to go to the finals later on because I just need to calm down and for a second. Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't wrote too many notes about Konosuke Takeshita versus Zack Sabre Jr. The problem of this match was, especially in the beginning stretch, they needed to work very, very hard to get the crowd into it. The crowd was that silent from the very first moment because they did not give a damn shit about anything after Yota Tsuji lost. They were so mad that Yota Tsuji lost that they just shut up for like 25 minutes. The last 4 or 5 minutes got actual good crowd response by the crowd, where they started to go into high-paced action, very good sequences and everything. Around the 25-minute mark it started, where including they fought at the top rope and everything, and then Takeshita hit the top rope, spinning, raging fire, where Zack Sabre Jr. landed like straight up on his head and everything. Then he hit the knee strike, hit the raging fire, and Takeshita as the second finalist wins in around 26 minutes in a very good match. I feel like it would have been better if I wasn't so out of this. So I will rewatch it when I have the chance to, after the Yota Tsuji Evil loss. But still, I think there was a good semifinal that you can, that you just can, whatever, because the booking decision behind everything here just overshadows every match quality, in my opinion. And, I don't know. The show ends with Evil and the rest of House of Torture, all of them, Sho, Yujiro, Dick Togo, Doki, Sanada, all of them coming out and confronting Takeshita and Rocky Romero inside the ring. And that is our final. Evil facing off against Konosuke Takeshita. the House of Torture leader versus the wrestler that is from AEW. Neither of them had like a standout tournament, in my opinion, where it was like, okay, they 100% deserve to win a tournament. Don't get me wrong. Takeshi's tournament was good. I feel like it was underwhelming compared to, first of all, what he can do, and second of all, what he did last year in the G1. Like, if we go through his matches and everything, he had some good matches, but also some bad ones. Like, and the problem is you need to compare him to others in his block, and Zack Sabre Jr., in my opinion, cleared him against nearly everyone he faced, except for Shingo Takagi, and I'm giving him that. But except for that, like someone like Zack had much better matches against the B block wrestlers than him, and I feel like that also a lot of the A block wrestlers had, of course, a better block, but they also had a much better tournament in him, in my opinion. So I kind of feel like whatever on him being in the final. Meanwhile, Evil is just a terrible decision, and it just makes no sense in the world to do that. And the final makes sense for only one reason, and one reason only. Well, actually two. The first one is Evil's just winning, which I don't buy. I don't think Evil's winning this tournament, even though his booking would be straightforward and everything. But Zack versus Evil, that doesn't sound like a match that would run in Sumo Hall, especially not at Wrestle Kingdom. So if Evil wins, and he wins the world title, God hope not. That is the main event. Like, that is the main event for that is the opponent for Tanahashi's retirement. Evil versus Tanahashi, everyone banned from ringside or something, IWGP World Heavyweight Championship match. Does that sound exciting for you? I can't answer you. For me, it does not. And I hate it. Like, hate it. It's terrible. It's bad. Nobody wants that. The other scenario is, and I think that is the likely one, why Evil made it to the finals. Because Geto and the rest of the booking team, they're more than just Geto who needs to be blamed for this. If Geto is fired, we have at least 15 other guys that are as stupid as him that will book this company. Yeah, go back to my point. Evil and Co, like Geto and Co, are just, in my opinion, scared that Takeshi's winner is a dumb decision. Like, is a decision that will not get cheered by the crowd if he doesn't face someone like Evil. Because if they put him against Yota Tsuji, we have seen it against Shota Umino, we have seen it against Evil, we have seen it in the entire block. They will cheer for Yota Tsuji. They would cheer absolutely for him over Takeshita. I'm pretty confident they will at least 50-50 chant between Takeshita and Shota Umino. This seems to me like, okay, we know it's not the best decision. We know we can like piss off our members, our audience. But look, that is the worst option. We gave you the better one. Fuck off. Seriously, fuck off, New Japan. I'm so fucking pissed at this. Nothing they do makes sense. Konosuke Takeshita, if he wins, he's likely winning the world title at King of Pro Wrestling and then dropping to Yota Tsuji. Totally fine. But the issue is, the G1 Climax is the biggest thing a wrestler can win. Because not everyone gets that. Even those who were world champion in New Japan, like a Sonata, like even Evil, like a Jay White, everyone like that, they never got the G1 with victory because that is the most protective thing they have in this company. And they are now giving it to an AEW wrestler who's part-time over Yota Tsuji. If Tsuji vs Takeshita is the match for Wrestle Kingdom, why couldn't they have done it like that Tsuji wins the G1 Climax, Takeshita wins the world title from Zack Sabre Jr., and they clash against each other in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, so that Yota Tsuji gets a big push to the top, gets a big accomplishment. Meanwhile, Konosuke Takeshita gets a world title, he can still run this match. I feel like I'm smarter at this booking than this company. Oh my God. But to go deeper into this, the issue about this whole thing is that you are once again telling your audience for the second, or like for the third G1 Climax in a row, third G1 Climax cycle in a row, that you don't believe in them. Yota Tsuji, he's the guy I will bring up the most because he got screwed, in my opinion, has been denied multiple times for a world title push. For Sonata 2023, he should have won at Dominion, looking back to. Zack Sabre Jr. last year, he should have beaten him in the G1 Climax final. He should have won a world title. You can argue Tetsuya Naito that he should have beaten him, that he should have won the G1, but That's another thing. In a good world, and I love the Hiroki Goto title run, Yota Tsuji should have won the world title instead of Hiroki Goto. And now they're likely pushing an AEW guy with a DDT background, a young guy that came in last year where fans were like, oh yeah, he's better than the entire generation. They're doubling down on that instead of proving everyone wrong and pushing them to the top. I'm fuming. This company is fucking insane. Nothing they do sets up the future generation. Everything they do is, we are just the panic button. We are just doing nothing. Man, I hate this company right now. I'm so mad at this company. I'm so fucking mad at this company. I'm sorry that I'm just so raging like that, but I feel like they deserve it. I can't sit here just and talking, oh yeah, that's cool. Oh, Evil had a cool match here. I can't do that. Why should I do that? It's not authentical. I need to do this rage because it's well-deserved. It's well-deserved for them. So, we have the final tomorrow between Konosuke Takeshita and Evil. Personally, I think Konosuke Takeshita's winning because I feel like the Yota Tsuji versus Konosuke Takeshita final, the Wrestle Kingdom match is definitely on the table. But I would not be shocked if Evil wins this. Not because I'm a doom or anything. I'm just doom posting on social media or on YouTube. No. But the Evil push is something they have been trying to establish for years now. We have started out with the turn against Naito in 2020, which led to his world title run. And ever since then, where his world title run ended, ever since they tried the hardest to push Evil as a top star. It never really got too much, and they always stopped at the right moment, and they never jumped the shark until today. And now they have the chance to solidify him as an actual top star. And the issue with that is he would be, first of all, another veteran that gets the shot once again, in this case, over the young generation. But also, he's just not good. I don't see an argument for him. Like, there was, in my opinion, an argument for Sonata in 2023. He was the hottest guy in the promotion. Absolutely the right choice to win the world title at that point. He just lost it too late, in my opinion, and lost a lot of momentum towards the Wrestle Kingdom. You can do the same argument with Zack Sabre Jr., even though I don't think he was that hot, and I feel like Yota Tsuji was so hot that you needed to capitalize on that, but it's just me. This one is just baffling. And people will blame Ghetto, people will blame everything, and will hope, oh yeah, Tanahashi do something. I have some bad news for you. I don't know if you guys know this, but Evil is the young guy of Hiroshi Tanahashi, or was the young guy of Hiroshi Tanahashi, back when he was a young lion. Hiroshi Tanahashi loves Evil. Everything that Tanahashi is doing indicates that. He has given him his last potential Wrestle Kingdom singles win against Evil. He had Evil in his final G1 Climax match this year, put him over and everything. And everything before that speaks for Tanahashi to be a huge Evil supporter. Evil in general is someone who's beloved backstage. He helps in a dojo, helps laying out matches for the young guys and everything. Like, he's a guy that is pretty much a company man. And loyalty in New Japan Pro Wrestling is something that we have seen as something very important, like Sanada's title run. Evil's first title run even was more of a try, but also kind of loyalty bonus. Zack Sabre Jr., for example, Hiroki Goto even, and all of them. This is just the making of everyone backstage believing Evil's the guy, rather than, oh my god, oh no, Ghetto is trying to do it by himself with TikTok. No, everyone backstage believes that Evil is the right guy for the spot. They absolutely do. Like, the entire booking team is involved for that. And until everyone in this booking team, including Tanahashi, is out of there, I don't think anything will change in terms of House of Torture. Remember when they said last year, oh yeah, we will come down, we will try to stop interferences? What happened to that? Tanahashi just lied? And instead he feuded with him and put over Evil? Come on. I'm not stupid. I know exactly what it is. This is the try to make Evil a top star in this company. They want to make him the guy. And this is exactly what is happening right now. Maybe he puts over Takeshita. He should. But then we, of course, run into the scenario of a part-timer that wrestled one full tour in this entire year so far as a G1 winner. Like, both options are very bad, in my opinion, at least, for what I would have booked. I'm still the opinion Tsuji or nothing. Evil also is, of course, the far worse one, because then we not only have a bad winner, but also bad matches following up. With Takeshita, we can be sure he will have good matches. Yeah, that is my rage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave the like and comment down below. I will try to be more positive tomorrow when we hopefully are safe from evil. If not, I'm done. Oh, I also want to say they set up like multiple House of Torture title matches, including for Bolton or like Team Decay and everything. I hate this company right now. This House of Torture push is just bad. I hope, you all just go away from me. Bye-bye.